Alright, let's talk about one of those problems that can make your car feel sluggish and just plain frustrating. When your automatic transmission takes its sweet time shifting. We'll break this down like you just rolled into our shop for the first time. No complicated jargon, just straight talk so you actually understand what's going on. What is transmission delay shifting? Normally, an automatic transmission should shift gears smoothly and right when it needs to, almost without you noticing. But when there's a delay, you'll feel the engine rev higher before the gear change happens. It can be just a second or two, but that delay means something in the system isn't doing its job fast enough. Over time it can get worse and start causing damage, so it's not something to ignore. Low or dirty transmission fluid. Think of transmission fluid like the lifeblood of your gearbox. It lubricates moving parts, keeps everything cool, and creates the hydraulic pressure needed for quick shifts. If the fluid level is low, the transmission has to work harder to build up pressure, which slows down shifting. Dirty or burned fluid can also make things sluggish because it doesn't flow or protect as well as it should. If your car hasn't had a fluid change in a while, check the dipstick if your car has one and see if the fluid is low brown or smells burnt. Sometimes topping it up helps, but if the fluid is dirty, you're better off doing a full fluid and filter change before bigger problems show up. Worn transmission bands or clutches. Inside your automatic transmission, there are bands and clutches that grab and release to change gears. Over time, these wear down just like brake pads do. When they're worn, it takes more time for them to grab, and that's when you feel that annoying lag between gears. If this is the case, you'll probably also notice slipping, where the engine revs, but the car doesn't accelerate like it should. Unfortunately, worn bands or clutches usually mean the transmission needs to be rebuilt or repaired by a pro. Faulty shift solenoids. Your transmission has small electronic valves called solenoids that control the flow of fluid to change gears. If one of these gets stuck or stops working, it can delay shifts or even cause harsh gear changes. A bad solenoid won't always trigger a check engine light right away, but modern cars often store error codes in the transmission control module. That means a quick scan with a diagnostic tool can usually pinpoint the problem. Replacing a faulty solenoid is cheaper than a full rebuild, but it's still a job for a shop with the right tools. Transmission control module issues. The TCM is basically the brain of your transmission. It gets information from sensors and decides when to shift. If the TCM is having software glitches or sensor problems, it can delay the signal to change gears. Sometimes, a simple reset or software update fixes the problem. Other times, the issue might be with the sensors that feed data to the TCM, like the throttle position sensor or vehicle speed sensor. If those are giving bad readings, the computer can't make good decisions, and your shifting suffers. Why you shouldn't ignore it. Driving with delayed shifts isn't just annoying, it can lead to overheating, increased wear, and eventually a full transmission failure. And that's a repair bill no one wants. If you catch it early, it could be as simple as fresh fluid or a sensor replacement instead of a multi-$1,000 rebuild.